content over everything. They have all the things.
So they were there at the time, yeah?
Who?
The Gentiles were in this region.
The Gentiles are all over the earth.
All right.
The Gentiles are all over the earth.
Fine.
For to provoke them to jealousy.
Oh, see that? To provoke the nation who thought they had it all.
Yeah, yeah.
Now we've been provoked to jealousy. So we're coming back right now to tell the earth that we are those chosen people to do the work.
Yes.
If we did the work, the blessings would have come on us.
Yeah, yeah.
But we weren't supposed to use the blessings unrighteously.
Okay, fine.
You understand?
Fine.
It's not like we're supposed to have 10 pieces of gold and give you none.
Okay, fine.
You understand? That's not what we're about. Or have the whole world and not share it. That's not what we're about. We're supposed to have it and make sure everybody have it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you have the United Nations right now who have the whole thing,
Clarify what you say now.
and not give nobody nothing based on that.
I agree about the UN.
Let me clarify what Uncle said. He said, now if the fall of them be the richest
of the
world,
hear that? How much more?
and the diminishing of them, the richness of the Gentiles.
You hearing that?
Now, how much more the fullness
of them,
of the fullness
of the acceptation.
for I speak to you Gentiles.
That's where we wanted to even. That's where we even wanted to end in a way. If our fall has made the Gentiles and the nations so rich.
Yeah.
Our fall. Put this in mind, our fall.
They keep us down. They don't
Can you then imagine what the Gentiles would have if we rise?
Yes.
So that's telling you that our rise is not to the detriment of others,
Okay, fine.
but to the blessings of others. So whichever way you look at it,
No, wait.
we're just your servants.
No,
That's all.
No
That's
one's,
what the book says. Come on.
No one's my servant. Okay. No. Listen, I'm not comfortable.
The
with
book
that.
says that
Yeah,
we
but
are.
I disagree with
Look,
that.
look.
Okay.
Somebody has to serve you.
No.
Where was this shirt made? Don't tell me Mama made this for you. Where was this watch made?
Your shoes.
Don't tell me Mama made this for you.
Your shoes.
Who made this jeans? Probably in Bangladesh, innit?
That shoes there. Yeah, white.
Yeah, somebody has to
Unfortunately,
serve
and I
us.
think we should move away
Well,
from
if
that.
you really want to practice that moralistic point of view,
No,
take them all off.
No,
Take them all off,
Please,
and walk barefoot home.
No.
Then I start to really take you serious. Honestly,
You're right that
Honestly.
it is hard for me to consistently apply my views, and I agree. In
Fair
this
enough.
respect, I'm contradicting myself, and I accept that, and I will tell
and
you.
don't forget, I'm not trying to make you feel like that.
No,
I'm just saying
but it's true.
I'm
So I will
just saying,
accept it.
no, we're
I'm not
all
just
in the
gonna
same.
argue
We're all
with
in the
it.
same
Am I?
boat.
I'll accept
We're all in
that.
the same boat.
Yeah, fine.
We're all in the same boat. Look at us.
No,
we're all
but
here.
listen, I'm with logic and I'm with evidence, yeah? If you say something and it makes sense, I will tell
you
you,
receive
fine,
it.
no problem, yeah? The thing about, you said, my question to you guys was, why is it okay to subscribe rights and responsibilities to genetics?
We've said it's not to genetics. We did
however
say
you
that.
want to say it.
No,
sorry.
because people
A
are going to
cultural
keep
group,
thinking that's what
or
we're
however,
doing.
Fine, whatever it is.
No, it's not whatever. It's the spirit, brother.
Okay,
Look,
fine,
brother, hold on.
particular people, a
Yeah,
demographic, right?
yeah.
You said to me, because God said so, and God's wisdom knows what's best and what's not. This isn't an argument I can argue against. I think that discussion you need to have with someone that knows theology, because this isn't my domain. I just know politics and history, yeah? So I'm not going to argue down that route, yeah? There's only one problem left for me. You disagree with the colonization of religion in the West, and the way that history is taught comes from a European lens, but you're quoting from a King James Bible.
So who colonized Africa? What about Africa?
Who colonized it?
Yeah.
Europe.
No, Islam.
And Muslims.
Who's their first
No,
target,
we
brother?
we did colonize Africa.
The first,
I accept
but
this.
before the Europeans, the first.
I-
You know history. In the 8th century,
Yeah.
they first colonized Africa with the sword and turn everybody and what they do? They castrate the black man.
Much longer, much more brutal.
Yes, son. Remember, in Islamic world,
Yeah,
they are
yeah.
from a black man there.
Yeah,
yes, son.
and I regret.
That's why they
to be
Arab them
honest.
now white.
I'm not.
Yes,
I'm,
son.
you know.
So whatever,
I'm
and they take the
uncomfortable
woman them
with
and
this.
impregnate them.
Fine.
Yes,
No,
son.
Look, as a Muslim, when I read this, I was very uncomfortable to learn this.
But some
yeah?
Muslims they say a lie.
Well, it's
Many
not a lie.
Muslims say a
That's
lie.
apologetics. It did happen, yeah. And we have to. I think, as an Arab community, we need to accept when we mess up as well, because this is the only way we're going to move forward. Yeah, if we say, oh, but it was because of this and because of that, and we make all these excuses.
But it's a lie. This never happened. But it happened in the 8th century.
Yeah. It was.
Tell me one other thing. Tell me one other thing, because I think you've made your point.
My point is, how do you? My last point is this. Yeah, how do you square the fact that that's the King James Bible?
This is an Hebrew book.
How do you?
Excuse me. This is an Hebrew book. This don't belong to the European. It belongs to the Israelite.
It was there before the European came.
Listen what I'm saying. The Roman Empire who sacked Jerusalem in 70 AD and take our scroll and take the Vatican, and in the 4th century, it called the Council of Laodicea who put this book together. Okay, they chanted our scroll from Hebrew to Latin, to Greek and to English, and put our book together. The book don't belong to them.
Fine.
There's no way anything about Europe in it. It's all about the African culture.
Okay, wait, listen. That's fine. Okay, I'm just trying to understand. So you believe that the idea that
I'm not believing. I'm telling who the book belongs to.
When I say believe, I'm using it loose. I'm not. It's very late. I'm not thinking about every word that. Generally, yeah, you accept or whatever that what we've been told about King James.
What we've been told? No, I'm telling you whose book it is.
I know, but just
no, but what we've been told. My brother, listen.
Just please
Listen. King was a black man in a way. King James was a black man.
Brother faint. He's gonna faint up.
No, please, wait, just hear me out. It's hard work, bro.
Do you know that King James was a black man?
Wait,
do you know that King James was a black man?
Please let me finish, please. Yeah.
Right.
So you're saying that what we've been told about this
what we've been told
is not true. That's what you're saying.
No, what we've been told about it. Listen. The book is true. Okay? That's what I'm saying. The book is true.
Because Muslims understand that this isn't the original text.
Oh yeah, that's what they said.
That's Muslim business.
Okay, wait. Just please hear me out. Just hear me out, bro. Like I'm just trying to. Okay. You're saying that this is a colonial education. You're saying.
You saying the colonial education.
No, you misunderstood me.
Choose your word properly.
No, you misunderstood what I'm saying. Not this. You're saying that what we've been told about this is not true.
Yeah.
Fine. Next week, I'm going to look into this and we'll discuss it. If I'm wrong, I will tell you I'm wrong. Yeah, okay? But if I'm right, you have like, be fair.
You really think we're waiting to hear if you're wrong or right?
No.
With all due respect.
Okay, fine.
With all due respect.
But the Muslims
too late. It's too late for extraneous validations right now. We're pretty much set. You do your own research for your own soul.
But what if...
Right now?
I don't think that's fair.
Listen. You think we're waiting for you to tell us what to think?
If this book is not right, the Quran is not right either. Because for Muhammad to be alive, they want to find him in here.
When they've told me I was wrong about certain things...
When who told you? Look, when who told you?
Europe, and you're saying, how can you listen to it? He showed you the origins of the book.
See what you... Brother us.
That doesn't prove it to you.
Brother us, you know what you're trying to do, yeah? You've come here as a North African,
yes,
lighter skin Moroccan, trying to tell us that the Bible is a white man's book, but we should wait for a white Arab to come and give us a new version.
Look, wait.
So you think we're gonna wait for you? Listen, so you want to pass us?
No. Listen. You see,
we gotta wrap it up. We gotta wrap it up.
There is a debate in colonial studies that if you talk with the colonizer, are you just colonizing yourself? Yeah, there is this discussion, but that's not a clear answer because you can learn about the other side of the oppression.
It doesn't matter what it says on the
so me saying it's not. Okay, but
one question. Can you open up page and show me your opinion?
It's in English, bro.
Show me Europe. Show me your opinion.
Let me do my research.
No, show me your opinion. Let's read that part and show me Europe. Show me your opinion.
No, let me, please. I don't just say stuff. Let me do my
research. Let's read that part and show me Europe there.
It's got nothing to do with Europe.
I suspect because it is a version.
Never because somebody copy something. It belongs to them.
I suspect
there's no way you find Europe in it.
Wait, just hear me out.
There's nowhere you find Europe in it.
Wait, just hear me out.
Europe use it.
No.
Europe use it to colonize the whole world. But it's not their book.
What I'm saying is, yeah.
If Europe didn't
the
have
fact
this,
that the fact that it's got a politician's name on it,
Where's
and
the
it's a
politician?
version.
Where's the politician?
King James version.
King James was not a politician.
He's a king.
He's a king.
He's a king.
Was a political position.
Listen. Read. Where shall we
This
go?
is just semantics.
No, it's not semantics.
This suggests.
Here we go again.
No, this
say you're gonna
alludes
study. You say
that
you're
this
gonna
is
study.
possible. I
Don't
will
forget,
study
you're
it,
the one
yeah?
who says you don't know anything about it.
I agree.
We're the ones who do.
And I accept
Yeah,
that.
but we're the ones who know. We should be able to tell you, innit? Not ask you. We're telling you. Listen. Kings are only ordained by Israel.
Fine.
Only we deal with kings.
Who's King
Listen,
James for you?
He's a black king. He's a black king. He's a black
King
man
James
king.
of England.
Yeah.
You don't know that?
Yeah.
You don't know history?
You think he's black?
No, we know he's black.
That's a bold statement, bro. Like,
Show you, my
wait.
brother.
Hang on. Show me.
Just go on your phone and look for just type in your phone the true color of King James.
We got one here.
No, just type in your phone. Google. Go Mr. Google. What is the true color?
You're coming off the angle that that's white. That's a white.
No.
I'm
brother.
saying,
Listen to me.
Hold on, no, man.
Possible.
Hey, listen up. You ask a question. Go.
It's possible that it is.
Listen to
But
me.
I'm gonna look into
Yes, it's a history. His story. The white man's story. His story.
That's also a Drake line.
Uh.
by the way. Yeah, but like,
His story. His story.
Look, yeah, I'm gonna look into this. Yeah,
Make you your phone. Use your phone and talk.
but I disagree with something you just said to me.
Which
earlier.
was?
You said that you're not here to wait for validation from other people. When I've
You're not.
accepted,
Why should
no,
we be?
I think that's unfair. No, I think
What do
that's
you mean unfair? We don't care.
It's unacademic.
We have to make up our minds
It's
before
unacademic.
anybody comes along.
He said to me that I'm contradicting
Otherwise-
myself because I'm wearing clothes that are used and built in sweatshops, which is immoral, yeah? And I accepted that, yeah?
sweatshops.
I think you
I
should
didn't
be
mention
fair, and when
sweatshops,
people
but-
criticize your views, you should be open to it as well. Like,
We are open, but we've dealt with that. We're trying to say to you that, you know, our thing is...
Every day we'll
Right,
be
fine.
criticized.
Our thing is
We
pretty
criticize every
much
day.
set.
Every Sunday we'll be criticized.
True color of King James.
King
Go.
James color,
The
fine.
true color of the King James.
Our thing is pretty much set. We're not like waiting for somebody to come
But
and
why
tell
do
us.
you have that mentality? Like, how do
But
you...
you find it.
Wait,
Why should
no,
we?
I'm looking into it. How?
So you said,
How do you feel about like
Now, here
the
we is.
Wahhabis?
You
Like,
found it? You got it?
how do you feel about Muslims, the literalist ones, when you try to tell
brother,
them
see-
something and they don't listen? Like, I'm sure that bothers
but you're not listening. Cause look,
Just because it's a photo, like I will look into this.
Yeah, you can't look into it more than you do.
What? Because I saw a photo on Google. Like,
No, it's not
obviously
just
I need
Google. It's
to-
something we've done too. It's something we ourselves have done.
You have
It's
to
not-
allow me to.
We're not
research
saying
it.
we don't. We're not saying we don't.
But I
when
want
did
to
we say we
discuss
don't?
this next week.
We don't mind. We're just saying don't waste your time.
Why?
Because it's
What if you can tell me something that I can benefit from?
we're not saying
For me,
don't
that's-
do it, brother. It's like me saying I'm gonna go research to find out if you're Moroccan or not. It's a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time.
Like you would
Nothing's
want.
a waste of time.
It is. You know
question
it's a waste of
is-
time
No,
because
no.
why do you know it's a waste of time?
Why?
Not because we can't research.
Yeah.
It's because you already know who you are,
Not necessarily.
or you don't know who you are.
I could be wrong.
No, you're saying you don't know. Listen to the question.
Yeah.
Do you know who you are?
I think I do.
We know who we are. That's what we're
You-
saying.
No, you think you do.
No, we know who we are. We don't think.
the
We
problem.
know.
In your paradigm, you know.
We know. No, we know who we
Well,
are.
you could say the same for
But
yourself.
what if
though.
someone?
Would you say the
I
same for
agree,
yourself?
I agree. And
Yeah. So if somebody said you're not a man, you're an elephant, what would you say?
if they had a clear definition of what they mean by elephant,
It's
and what
always going to be
qualifies-
subjective.
Obviously, it's a silly thing, but
yeah,
like,
but you see,
generally,
there we go. Anybody could say anything and make it stick. I could say anything about you now and make it stick because I'm gonna keep repeating it so much.
But look,
it will become truth.
But do you not accept? Look, yeah. Let me just ask you a question, yeah. When you reached your views on this, I'm sure you weren't born. I'm sure you weren't born an Israelite. Like, I'm sure you weren't born and agreeing with this, yeah. I'm sure you weren't born agreeing with this position.
You're saying we
yeah?
came into the world and then we found out.
And no,
fair enough.
No, listen. In your minds, you're born an Israelite. Fine, yeah? What I'm saying is, I'm sure that you weren't following what you understand now all your life.
Because
yeah?
the colonialism has taken away from me before.
Fine. And you were open to being criticized on that and to reaching this opinion. And you're grateful for that, yeah?
Look, we want
Like-
transparency. Fair enough.
Okay?
Do what you have to
But
do.
why
But what
aren't
we're
you
saying
guys
is,
open now?
you're not bringing anything now. I mean, if you brought something now, we can look, innit?
I
You're
gave
saying,
you- no,
you're
I
saying,
did.
listen, what is this
Yeah,
year? I'm not a painter. I'm not a painter. I'm not a painter. Here is Michelangelo. He's already painting. Oh, Michelangelo, I think what you're painting is wrong. Well, Michelangelo said, listen, Michelangelo says to you, are you a painter? You say no. What's your problem?
No, I disagree. No,
What do you disagree?
No,
You're
no.
not a painter, are you?
That's not
You don't
the-
even know nothing about the thing.
Can I answer,
But you want to
please?
tell us who do
No.
to stop what we're doing and wait
bro.
for you to come next week
No,
to tell us what to think.
the analogy
We've been
is
doing this
false.
business.
The
We've been doing
analogy
this
is
business in ourselves. Look, all right, let me see.
That is
Hold
a
on.
false analogy.
Hold on.
Can
Hold
I-
on.
yeah.
You look like a Chinese man to me.
Fine.
Yeah.
What's
so
the problem?
He's Chinese, isn't he? Yeah.
No.
No, hold on.
Let me ask one question, my brother.
Is he from China,
brother,
innit?
my brother,
Is
let
he
me
from
ask you
China?
one question. One question I ask, yeah?
Yeah.
In Islam, yeah,
Yeah.
or in the Arab world, them have this thing they said, okay, this book, and they talk propaganda this book and say it's a King James, it's a white
but
man and
yeah,
everything.
that's
Have you
what
ever
they said.
researched that?
I'm going to.
No.
I told you I'm
No,
going to.
listen
You
what I'm
haven't
saying.
done none of it.
I
haven't researched this subject, this particular thing. I haven't researched.
My brother, listen.
A lot about colonial history, the history of the world,
Tell
the
me
way
something.
societies
Tell me
are
something.
formed.
Tell me something.
Like,
Let's
but
put you on the.
this-
Let's put you on the
I've
spot.
told you that I haven't. I've said that to you.
Us from
I'm
Mauritania.
not asking you if you study the Bible. I'm just asking
Hold on,
you.
let's put him on a. Let's put him on a. Let's put him on a scale right
I will
now.
study this.
Brother, us.
No, I'm not
Brother-
talking about this. What they have told you in
About it.
About it.
Yeah.
Say he's a white man. Have you studied that? It's true
I'm
to
going
say-
to.
Have you checked to say he's a yeah? They say he's a white man. Yeah.
going to. I
But all
haven't.
you
All
ask,
right.
you see,
Okay,
the
fair
answer
enough.
people
I'll
don't
leave
look
him-
into
leave
it.
him for
There
that.
are
Leave him for
other
that.
things that what I've been told
One
since
other
I was
thing,
young,
brother.
that
One
I
other
have
thing.
questioned and
One
I've
other
checked.
thing. One other
Yeah,
thing.
like I'm not someone that's like, all my views are perfect.
One
and
other
da-da-da.
thing.
Do you know what I mean?
One other thing, brother. Us. Have you checked to see if the Quran is also written by Germans?
No, I've never come across this theory before.
Well, you heard it now. Have
So
you
what's
checked?
the evidence of it? Like,
What's the evidence for everything? You ain't
No,
brought
no,
nothing
I
yet.
just wait.
You haven't brought
You're
nothing
making
yet.
the claim. You're making.
What claim did I make? I said, have you checked? I didn't say it
what is
was.
the-
I said, have you checked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because I haven't heard the
Hey,
theory.
don't
Why would I
forget-
check?
well,
It's
you-
like
have
saying,
you heard it
have
now?
you checked that there was a purple elephant?
Have
there?
you
Well,
heard
no one
it?
suggested it to me.
Have you
So,
heard it
like,
now? Have you
now
heard the
I've
theory
heard
now?
it.
Yeah, you've heard
so
it
what's
now.
your explanation?
That's why you need to check, innit?
But how am I going to check if I don't even know?
What
that
you do
there's-
first?
that
What you
this
do? What you do?
possible- That is
Listen,
like saying, did
brother-
you check that
brother
you got a
Oz,
ladybug on your
brother
elbow?
Oz,
Well, no, because no one said
Brother
that.
Oz, listen. Say you're going on the street.
Yeah.
You hear me and this brother say, brother, so you didn't know the Quran was written by Germans? You wouldn't disturb us, would you? You wouldn't come and disturb us. You'd keep moving, wouldn't you? You'd keep moving and
I'll
keep it in your...
probably listen and
Yeah,
stop.
but you keep it in your mind, innit?
Yeah.
And go and check. So don't do the same.
Fine. But
See what I'm saying? Because...
Hear what he said there.
Yeah, because we don't need to... Yeah, but you still need to go and check.
I will look into it.
Fair enough.
Fine.
But you seem more interested
No.
in only dealing with this.
Do you know why? Do you know
Why? Yeah, we don't mind.
Listen,
we don't mind. But we don't mind.
because if this book is false,
Yeah.
the Quran is false too.
Yeah,
Because-
well,
because
there
guess
you
what?
go.
They must go in this book
There
to
you
find
go.
Muhammad. In
There
this
you
book,
go, yeah.
they say he's a prophet.
There you
Yes,
go.
and so
They don't want that to
No,
change.
listen,
They don't
please.
want that to change. We
Listen,
listen. We
look,
listen.
what
Don't
my-
get tired. Don't
No,
get tired.
I'm not tired,
But
bro.
wasn't that a shock what he said, or did you already know it?
What?
What you just said there?
Is this actually a theory, like, or did he just?
Go and have a check. Go and check.
Let me
You
Google
know,
it.
go and have a little
What, you going to do your homework here?
No, I just want to see if someone's
It
suggested
might
it.
be a joke, it might be more than a joke. You don't know. You have to do your
Quran
homework.
written by Germans, yeah? Are you being
But that's the
serious?
thing,
Or
you
like,
obviously-
Brother,
you
just
obviously
do what
get
you
fed a
have
lot
to
of
do,
things
innit?
about
Do
this.
brother
No.
us.
About this.
this is why I've
But you
come
have
and
to have
asked
the same
questions.
Brother, just don't close the...
Bro, I do. Like, you asked me.
you check now. You check.
Look, there
Come
is
on.
three of
Are
you.
you
yeah?
put the
Be
phone
fair,
back?
can I talk? Can
No,
I just
we
talk quickly?
You check. You gotta check the Quran.
Just let me talk, please.
Of
very
course.
quickly. You guys have asked me. I'm standing here. I'm Muslim Arab, yeah. And I've admitted to you that we've colonized, yeah? I've admitted to you that I'm contradicting myself from my moralist perspective by wearing it. I've done that. I'm open
Alright.
to criticism. And I love
Fair
that
enough,
because
fair
I
enough.
learn,
And
yeah?
I've agreed
I
with
don't
you.
think I know everything,
And I've
yeah?
agreed with you.
But what I don't get is, why are you not excited about meeting someone next week and discussing a possible critique
We
to your
are.
views?
That's
Like,
why
we
we
have no
come here.
problem.
That's why we come
because
here.
you said that, oh, you're not, we're already
We are
set in
here
our
every
ways.
week, brother.
Yeah, but I'm telling you
I
our
don't think that's
position.
right.
Yeah,
But
brother,
that
we are
don't
every
mean-
week.
I'm telling you our position. That don't mean you can't check. I'm not saying don't check.
Yeah.
I actually encourage people to check. Why do you think I bring all these books?
Yeah, but the thing is,
It's just so that people who want to know can know, innit?
But you
We're
said
not hiding.
that as an Arab, I can't come and tell you
I
this
didn't
'cause
say
it's-
as an Arab.
No,
I
'cause
didn't
you
say
said
that. Brother,
a
oh, be
colonizer's
honest.
gonna
Brother, be
colonize
honest. I didn't
You
say.
said this, innit? Be fair.
Did I
like-
say as an Arab?
No, he said a colonizer's going to come to me and
I'm
tell me
so,
that
okay, what I did say is what you're trying to do is come to us and tell us that this book is a colonizer's book, i.e. the white man gave us this book.
I will check.
But hold
I
on.
will check.
Hold
I'll
on.
be fair, I'll check.
Hold on.
Yep.
So while we are looking at ourselves with guilt, it's a white man's book, isn't it? Then the Arab now takes precedence over us again to now tell us, okay, black guys, don't worry, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna go check and then give you my opinion. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I said.
understand the
That's why I
paradox.
said we don't need your validation.
Fine. If a black man came to you and had no interaction with me and found this and told you, would you receive that?
Told us what?
Like, let's say I'm black, hypothetically. Yeah.
Which you're not.
Which I'm not.
Which you
but
are.
I am
Which you are,
partly.
'cause
I
you're
believe
more-
I'm partly black.
You're more
Yeah.
Moroccan,
Fine.
so
and,
you're black.
And
yeah,
I'm
but go
proud
on.
of that. I
Yeah.
have no problem
So
with
am
that.
I.
Yeah.
We're almost the same skin tone,
Exactly,
actually.
exactly.
You
And
know,
I'm happy about
I only
that.
need to be
Yeah.
out of the sun for one more
let me
day,
make something
and I'll be
clear.
like you.
Listen, let me
but
make
go on,
something
brother.
clear,
We
yeah?
see what you're saying.
This
yeah.
racism in our community, I
Oh,
hate it.
go
No,
to this
let
thing.
me just make it clear, yeah?
No,
I'm not from this position, yeah? Right, if I was black, yeah, and I came to you and I found like evidence that was an English version of the Bible, yeah?
English
would you be more
English version in terms of the English language.
in terms of like
or what?
certain political aspirations were projected into the translation.
You haven't showed us anything.
If I did,
This is the marketing
show
campaign
us.
that they push. No, but obviously it's the
Show
best
us.
marketing campaign.
Why don't you give it to him to prove that?
Yeah, you haven't showed us anything.
Show us.
You haven't showed
I'm
us
gonna go
anything.
home and do my. I'm not
But
just gonna
why?
open and like.
But why?
Well, you know you've made a serious.
it's
You
interesting.
know
That's a
you've made
accusation.
you've made a serious.
I will check and then.
You know you've made a serious indirect
Are you an
accusation.
Arab? Oh, sorry.
I'm North African.
Very,
Are you
very.
an Arab?
I identify as North African.
Now, are you an Arab?
Some
What
people-
nation are you?
Some people.
No, no, but what nation
I
are
have the
you?
right to say.
brother.
No, but
He's
what
like-
nation?
If
falling
he
in
said
I'm asking you a
late,
question,
yeah.
not him. I said, what nation are you?
North African.
No, there's nothing called
North Africa.
What is your nation?
Wait, bro. Listen.
No, it's not. No. What's nation
about
are
waiting.
you?
You
Fire
have to let
now.
me answer, bro.
That's yeah, no, North Africa doesn't exist.
No. Because
What
he
nation?
would say I'm a Hebrew Israelite.
No, but if you
and
go
then
to
people
North,
would say,
no,
oh, it
no.
doesn't exist. He
No,
has the
hold
right
on.
to,
If you go to North
identify.
Africa, hold on. If you go to North Africa, you have the Berbers, right?
Yes.
You have the Tuareg.
Yes.
You have the Tamarians. You
Yes.
have so. Which one are you? What,
Okay, so I'll tell you.
Yeah. What's
my
nationality?
family are mixed Arab Berber. They're mixed.
Yeah, but the whole thing is if you are mixed Arab and Berber,
Yeah.
Arabs are originally black people, so you can
Yeah,
never
true.
be an Arab.
We tell me earlier.
hold on.
We tell earlier
No,
before.
I
so,
agree
so
that there's
where is your skin complexion coming from? Say I'm a Greek or a Roman or maybe a bit of Turk. We can understand this, but you are not an Arab. An Arab is a black man.
Can I answer? Are you
An
just gonna
Arab
talk to
is
me?
a black man.
Look, bro. Are you not gonna?
No, Arabs are blacks. The Yemenites and the Saudi people are black people.
Fine, but can I answer?
And if you go to Palestinian and Palestine, they are old ancient African Hamitic people.
Fine.
So they are more of the Canaanites.
Yeah.
So what him
Or
say?
they're all black people.
What he said? No, but what him say? Him say him believe that the ancient Egypt were white.
Ancient or Egypt.
Part of them.
How?
Part of them.
They're just telling me what my views are. And they're
No,
not
but
letting me
ancient
speak.
Egypt,
Like,
ancient Egypt, how can it be white?
let me tell you my views,
Okay.
please. Fine. All right. Number one, I believe that we're all related. Yeah. We all come from Africa. Yeah. That's my
Where?
view. Arabs, everyone. I believe.
No, but
Yeah.
Africa is in.
As in, we all are originally. If you go back in the gene pool all the way back, we were black.
Yeah,
I accept
but
this.
can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Is Europe combined with Africa?
No.
Can you? So you cannot travel through Israel and go to and come to Europe. Is that
Well,
what you're
you
saying?
can get a boat. Like,
No,
what do
no.
you mean?
But-
Like,
Walk.
You
Walk.
can walk.
he said
Yeah.
travel. That's
Yeah,
why.
travel.
Yeah,
Walking is
What
travel.
walk?
Well, it depends.
No.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can you go through Egypt and go through Israel and get to
Africa.
in middle of Europe without hold on, without a boat?
Can you get from where? Sorry.
It's obvious, yes. Because the land is together.
Wait, I didn't understand. Say the question
I
again.
said,
yeah.
Hold on, it's Israel and Egypt together.
Israel and Egypt, they're contiguous, yeah.
Yeah, so you can travel there
Yes.
and get to Europe, right?
Yes.
So how can you say this place is Africa and that place is Europe?
Look, what I'm saying
No,
is...
no, there's no such thing.
So you
Because people were settling, we have the Hermetic people living on a different part of the land.
That's it.
We have
okay, I
hold on,
understand
we
what
have,
the problem is
Yeah,
now.
we have.
I know what the problem
yeah,
is.
we have maybe Cushites living here, Canaanites living there,
That's
it.
Moabites living there,
No.
Ammonites living there.
You have to
So the landmarks doesn't mean. Let me hold on.
Fine.
Previously, we say Asia Minor, right?
Yeah.
And it included Turkey and Greek
Yes.
and all these places.
Yes.
Is it in Asia now?
Well,
Do
some
you
of
classify
it, some
Asia?
of it. It
Yeah.
depends. Like
Yeah.
Russia is
Yeah, and
part
I'm
Europe,
coming.
part Asia.
Yeah.
So it depends. Like
And let's say let's say Palestine,
Yeah.
Jordan, and Israel is
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the Middle East, right?
Yes, today.
But today.
Yes.
So you mean landmarks doesn't mean
land
nothing?
mass changes.
Yeah,
I agree.
no,
like the
but-
continents were one. It was Pangea. Yeah. Like I agree with that. But no, listen. You have to understand where I'm coming from. When
What we are trying to say,
I get-
your nationality is purely. Don't say you are Arab. That one,
Wait,
you're not black.
Wait,
It
just
doesn't exist.
bro. You have to let me answer.
You can be Hamite, but looking at your seed, we know there is a blend somewhere.
Okay, just
I tell him
can you
already.
please let me
It's
answer?
for the
Do you think
father.
it's fair that I answer?
Go ahead.
Yeah, but in Morocco, I was in Morocco last 2 months.
Yeah.
If you go because if you're standing here, if you go down Morocco,
Yeah, they get
they
darker.
don't look like you.
Yeah, I know.
It's not they get darker, they are dark.
Yeah. No, my
It's not they get darker,
half
they
of-
are dark.
Do you know when I told you I'm mixed?
And most of them don't speak Arabic. They have to go to school
They talk
to learn.
Berber, yeah.
Because they speak African languages.
Half of my family.
So how come they speak? They are different from you.
Look,
so
half
explain
of
that.
my family, my dad's side, are from the
Yeah,
Sahara.
but
They're from,
what complexion?
they're dark.
So why
Yeah.
they are not like you?
Because my mum's white. Like she's
Ah,
from.
so you see?
Yeah, wait, you need. No, you
So-
go.
so-
Oh, you
so
see,
say-
I'm not even
say
talking,
your
bro.
father
Like,
is
let
dead.
me talk.
Your mom is hold on,
Bro,
white from
it's-
where?
You know
White
what?
from where?
I'm just gonna put
No, hold on.
sellotape.
White from where?
Right, my mum.
It's white from where?
Please let me answer, bro. Okay, my mum is from North Morocco, yeah? Originally. North Morocco was colonized by France and Spain. So I'm 100% sure that there is European blood in the gene pool.
That's it.
I
That's
know
what we are
this,
trying to say.
Yeah? I believe that Moroccans are mixed.
And
We've got Arab in us,
there is one
we've
thing
got
that
black
you,
in us.
hold on.
we've got-
There's one thing that you always have to know. If I conquer a land,
Yeah.
my men sleep with your women. It's not
Exactly.
your men sleeping with my women.
I agree with you.
So that means you're a seed of a different.
I
That's
100%
it.
agree with you, yeah? But what I'm saying is this, yeah? You
Father
said to me...
from the
Yeah, his father from maybe Turkey, Italy,
Yeah,
or,
it's possible.
or a
Or
Roman.
Greece or-
no,
yeah,
but you're
it's-
not Arab. As for that one,
I have
cut it
Arab
out.
blood, I know this.
What is Arab blood?
From the Levant, from the Sham, from Islam.
Huh?
From the Sham, like the Levant.
Uh-huh.
So like
So
where
if you-
Syria, Jordan,
Yeah, but this man can have, let's say, an African blood.
Yes.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, have a baby,
yeah.
right? And if you have a baby,
Yeah.
the next thing that's going to happen is maybe with a white lady.
Yes.
Now the white guy comes to continue with his daughter.
Yeah. But
So
see-
if you hold
yeah,
on,
yeah.
now there's no African blood anymore. It's the
yeah.
seed of the white. That's why we are telling you to have nothing to do
know
with
that-
with the Arab.
He has to let me answer, bro. Like,
Nah, yeah.
Come on.
Because North Africa is trying to be Arab. It's not
It's
Arab.
not. Listen, I don't try.
It's-
He knows
it's-
my views. Am I trying to be like this pure Arab?
No,
This
no,
whole-
no, that's
Come
not
on,
it.
you said you're impartial. This whole conversation,
yeah.
I've recognized my identity. I've recognized this. Be fair, yeah?
But to what extent?
To the extent that I understand that I'm mixed. I know this. I
But
know
there's
I'm
no
mixed.
such thing as
yeah?
mixed, man.
But Arabs, you're assuming that Arabs
Arabs are
yeah,
black.
you're assuming that they were black
It's
later
not
on.
assuming.
Yes, it's
We
an
can
assumption.
still see. You in Morocco, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
In 1989, the Moroccan football team, how many people look like you?
Not many. 'cause-
1980,
Yeah,
but
were a
now
good
they
team.
look like you.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
so why did he change?
Okay, Can I please answer? Yeah?
No, answer. Why?
Fine.
What happened?
Because there are genetic studies of the ancient Egyptians.
is ready for this today.
No, you're. Wait.
No, but what happened?
I'm trying to explain to you, bro.
Huh?
There are genetic studies.
Israelites were supposed to save lives.
Yeah, you see.
There are genetic, but look, there are genetic studies of ancient Egyptians today that show that they closely resemble Arabs in the Levant today. So that suggests
But which when we say Arabs, which
Yeah.
Arabs?
the ones
Are you
today.
talking about the Turkish Arabs or?
Basically, there are genetic studies that show that like the
Yeah,
ancient.
but you know, even in Saudi Arabia, there's still a lot of
no, but
a lot going on there.
I'm
yeah.
talking about the look here.
What was the percentage? What was the percentage? Hold on.
Yeah.
Of black people, the black Arabs in Saudi Arabia. Let's say in 1990.
I believe it was a large percentage.
So how come now it's becoming you?
I think that there is a diversity in the Arab community. Yeah.
But the
This-
diversity doesn't mean.
No, listen. Just please hear me
Brother,
out.
you know what?
No, just hear me out. Yeah.
All that we want to say is
No, listen.
everyone claiming to be something different, right? Which is
Brother, listen to what I'm saying.
yeah, I'm listening. Yeah.
There are genetic studies that show that there is a close link between ancient Egyptians of Moses' time and the Arabs in the Arab world today.
Yeah,
so
but
that
which
suggests
complexion?
to me that they weren't
Which
all
complexion?
black. Well, when you look at the hieroglyphics, there are black Egyptians and there are also lighter skinned Egyptians.
Which lighter?
On the hieroglyphics on the wall in Egypt, when you look at it, when you look at the records, you can see that they were painted in different colors.
Yeah, but
they were arranged.
the ranges, you have to know which dynasty.
Exactly, and this is where we agree.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is that there was
Because we know a lot of Italians or the Romans came in through the Ptolemaic dynasty to make sure they started penetrating into the royal family.
So you're saying that
I'm saying that the
you're
original
saying that
people on
every
that
Arab
land,
that was not
Yeah,
black
every Arab was
had
black.
to have been infiltrated from outside
of course,
the gene pool.
of course.
Okay, I'm gonna verify this.
Yeah, go home,
At
ask your
Are
granddad.
you here next week? Are you
Yeah,
here?
because your mom is not going to say the truth.
Ask
your granddad.
No, wait. Listen.
No, it's true. No, I'm not being rude.
Don't bring my mother into this.
No,
yeah?
I said it's
Okay.
not. No,
I'm being serious.
No, don't be emotional. Do you know why I'm saying that?
'cause you're saying
if
my
I have
mom's
to,
a very
hold on.
educated lady, yeah? She's not
If
gonna-
don't take it that way. If I have to ask my mom something,
Yeah.
my mom cannot give me a very good detail like my grandfather
Fine.
or my grandmom. It's the truth.
Okay, but this is the next
Now,
question.
if I go to Ghana, I live at a different place. I wasn't born at where my mom was born. So I don't even know anything about this place. So if I have a baby and my baby tells me, oh, you know what, or when they grow up and say, start telling me the history about your background. Really, I don't know. So don't take it that way. No one is here to.
Okay, fine. There's another problem with what you're saying. One more problem. Right? If we all,
But my question is, the problem is, hold on, the problem is you don't really want to accept that
no.
the Arabs are blacks or what?
Do I come across like I wouldn't accept that?
He asked you-
Thank you. From our conversations, do I come across as someone that would deny
No.
that I have black blood? From the conversations that we had,
No.
I'm not like that.
No.
No, but why he's saying to you that he's not saying that we're not saying nothing wrong, as he was saying to you that to which dynasty did
Which
That-
dynasty?
That's fine,
Yeah.
but what I'm trying to say is this, yeah?
Because you have to know there's
This is
always
a sincere question. What
Because
I'm
even-
asking you-
there's truth in what you're saying.
it's truth.
There's
But
truth
what
in what that's why he's
dynasty?
saying it, but he says truth is what you're saying. There's no saying.
I need to answer your question with a question.
Of
I have
course.
to, okay?
Yeah.
My question is, if we are all coming from a black common ancestor, if we
It's
all
not.
come,
It's not everybody.
I believe that everyone
Okay,
does,
all right,
fine?
all right.
Now, isn't it necessary for different communities to enter the gene pool in order for that gene pool to spread into new ethnicities? Isn't that the very... No, do you get what I'm saying? Isn't that the whole point of it? Isn't the whole point of being Arab the fact that it has distinguished itself?
Yeah,
from
but what is happening now? Be very honest with yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go in the Arab world,
Yeah.
right? How come the original people are not being glorified, but they are being under a caste system? Why? Why is it that?
Because
Because what?
Yeah.
Because Okay, yeah, answer me.
Right.
Yeah.
Shut up. Right, because unfortunately, one of the problems is that we've been colonized by Spain and France, and we, from our inferiority complex, we've projected our colonialism onto black people. So now, the way that the French used to look down at us, we are doing it to the black community in Morocco. I think it comes from an inferiority complex. That's my opinion.
Okay,
And
honest. You've been honest. You've been one of the few people to be honest.
I'm not comfortable with this. I hate this. Yeah.
You've been honest. Yeah.
But just one last thing, because we've been going on for a long time, yeah? One of the brothers was saying that everyone in the Levant at that time were black.
Of course.
I don't think that's true.
Why?
Because if there is genetic studies that the ancient Egyptians, some of them resembled Arabs today.
Yeah, but that's why we said, you know what? If let's say, hold on, if you come from the Arab royal family and they look like you, and you pay the media to make a research to educate the people on televisions and whatever, you're gonna say they were like Bilal. Yeah, but you said Bilal was the first person to be called for prayers.
He's black. Bilal was black.
They control the curriculum.
But why?
But they control the curriculum.
That's
the
it.
curriculum.
But do you get where I'm coming
All my point
from?
is this.
Why is it going to...
And there's research saying that they spent so many millions of
Millions.
dollars
Yes.
to educate people in school about what you're talking about.
Yeah. Don't you agree that there was a range of ethnicities in that region? There
That
were
region?
black, there were white in the Arab world at that time.
Where do I came from?
Yeah, where it came
Okay,
from.
we can talk about that, but
But why?
Well, if you talk about, there's a talk about
But why you don't want to talk about that?
Because it's complicated. Because
Why?
no, it is. I know you're laughing. Yeah,
No,
but
it's not, it's
I'm
not.
being serious here. Yeah? It is complicated because if everyone is originally black, then isn't it necessary for the gene pool to be mixed with something else?
But his question is, where did the white man come from?
He
Because
was
for us,
claiming
we
that
know
everyone was
ourselves.
black
We
in
know,
that region.
we know
It's
we
not
black.
true. Not everyone.
We know where the white man come from, but do you know?
Where the white man comes from?
He knows.
Tell me where. Tell me where.
You find it, you think when you
research.
Why
Do your
don't you
research.
why don't you say me?
No,
10 hours.
research.
You said
When you do your research, then you search for the truth.
You said you learn they taught you in Islam that the King James is a white man.
Yeah.
Do your research.
I will do.
Okay, so
But do you know? That's why I asked one brother.
Yeah.
King James the what? Is it the first, the second, the third, the fourth?
Listen,
Or the 20th? Which
Okay,
one?
can we talk about something we can agree on now? Can we talk about something we can agree on? Wait, jam, yeah? Let's talk about something we can agree on. How do we solve the problem of racism in the Arab community?
Arab community. But you know what?
you can't solve
When you say racism, right? As for us, do you think skin complexion defines racism?
I think a lot of things, including skin.
But
Many things.
If you go back to
Class.
no, hold on. If you go into our scriptures, right? All the other nations are a different race.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So race, even though we have the Cushites,
Yeah.
which you know Cushites?
No.
The Cushites are the so-called Ethiopians, people from Djibouti, Somalia, Somaliland, Eritrea.
Yeah.
They used to be the ancient Babylonians.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, even though they are what? Black.
Yeah.
But we are of different seed.
Different.
So we don't deal with skin color.
Yeah.
Here,
okay.
there's no skin color
No,
thing
but
here.
that's not my
So
question.
that's not racism.
I want to move the question.
No, your definition of racism is based on skin color.
No, I want to find something that can benefit me now. Yeah? No, I do.
Am I lying?
Yeah, true.
No, listen.
Racism is not skin color.
I want
brother.
to. No, listen.
He said
I wanna
find something to
that-
agree to. All we all can agree. No, he want to find something he can agree.
Yeah, you guys we all come together.
That can
No.
benefit me. That I can
Oh, you
go.
want something to benefit yourself now.
Uh-huh.
No,
Yeah,
why
of
not?
course, yeah.
Why not?
No problem.
If
of
you
course.
have a narrative of oppression that you can communicate to an Arab like me, why wouldn't you want to communicate?
Yeah, but you know
that?
the whole thing is when I see you,
Yeah.
in my mind I never seen an Arab. So I
I'm
don't want
mixed.
you to put that label on
I'm
you.
mixed. For me,
No,
I'm
no,
mixed.
no.
Like,
You
that's-
come, you know. You see, when I see you, the first thing I know is you a descendant of some Armenian Turk or Armenian and Roman and Greek and Arab. It's simple as that.
No,
Are you a Cushite?
I don't.
No, are you a Nubian?
I might have some Nubian. I might. Well, yeah, because Nubians.
Yeah, but with the Arab, he's so bold.
I don't get what everyone.
You can't be two. You cannot be two. You have to be one, brother.
No,
You have to be one. You can't be two.
This is the problem with the Israelites.
No, it's one thing.
No. You guys are very binary. When I give answers like on the one hand this or it could
It's
be.
just
you guys
one.
laugh.
You have to be one.
Sometimes in
one,
life,
brother.
sometimes
It's
there
a
are grey
seed.
areas in life. Sometimes in life there are grey areas.
You see, that's the problem we have now today, yeah? Because you can't be two, you can either be
Why?
one.
Why
No,
not?
but that's why you see we have no. Listen.
How do you feel?
You can't be two. You only can be one. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why we have this problem today because right now you in the school now they're telling the little children they say can be boy and girl.
Yeah.
That's how we say you can't be both.
Wait. Off the camera. Let me tell you something. Yesterday I was this spring.
And she said to me,
I'm working in the member club. She was with a little boy.
Your enemy now.
They may be abused. They may be
She called me adopted the little boy, Arab boy. The boy.
Not even the slave master is enemy. It's me who's enemy. Me who's suffering like you.
What's happening?
Can I ask
So
a
you see
question?
what you said? The same thing.
No,
It's
wait,
the
wait.
education system.
No, look, I don't look. Yeah, you know when you talk to Wahhabis, Salafis, how do you feel when they say no? There's kafir and Muslim, heaven, hell. How does that make you feel? Like when I don't like this.
No, but for me, at the end of the day, the whole thing is, I don't have nothing to do with the Arabic world.
Where are you
I don't-
from originally?
Me?
Yeah.
Originally, I'm an Israelite.
You know what I mean, bro.
Yeah, no.
No, come on.
Say,
look.
where
listen.
do I live now?
Where are you?
That's the
Listen.
question, isn't it?
Where
do
you?
I live?
No. Where did you think?
I live very close to the place that
Where
the
did
slaves
you-
were taken on the boat.
Where did you think?
Yeah, on the ship.
Where did you think you were
Cape
from?
Coast. Huh?
Cape
Coast, yeah, where the slave ship.
Cape
you know,
Verde. To Cape Verde.
No, that's a Portuguese thing.
No. Yeah, but then where do you draw the line? Shall I stop
said
calling
Cape
it?
Coast,
Shall I stop calling Morocco
No, Cape
Morocco
Coast.
because it's?
I said Cape Coast.
Like, where do you draw the line?
The closest to Cape
I won't
Coast.
wear this watch because
You
it's
know
a
what?
European
You know what?
time.
Cape
Like,
Coast is it's closer to Elmina, and both places, man, that was. Have you been to hell before?
No.
That's where the people experience hell.
This is hell here to be.
Okay. Anyway, look, let's wrap this up.
That's where the people were packed like sardines on the ship.
Look, let's.
When you go there every weekend and you just looking at the dungeon and you see gate of no return, then you realize that, man, you've been under hell. My brother, all that you say,
Done.
It just ends like
Better tie.
yeah,
They're closing statement.
yeah, closing
You
time.
tie my time, I tie your tie.
Let me do one thing on a. So the whole point really is we listen to the HIT on the COE. You know, so the whole point is IYE on the EA. Yeah, the whole point is our Creator wants all of us back to Himself. That's it. That's the first point, and we need to walk righteously to come back to Him to walk righteously. That's the struggle we out here for. So with that said, Israel is not about race. It's about spirit. Race applies where it's applicable. Race applies where it's applicable. But having said all of that, spirit is what matters, because guess what, brothers and sisters? We're Israelites here, but there's no workers in the field. There's no workers in the field. There's more workers in the church and the mosque than there are Israelites working outside here. So I'm saying,
Go into all the world.
go into all the world. So if you're Israelite, it's got to be something.
We need money too.
Yeah, so with that said, the Most High bless you all. We're trying to reach our families in all the four corners of the earth. We've spoken to people from Asia, from Middle East, from Africa, from Australia, and so on and so forth. Israel is scattered into the four corners of the earth. Don't let no man deceive you. Israel is scattered into the four corners of the earth. And we come in all kind of shades and skin tones and colors. And we're trying to reach them. In fact, it's so beautiful that some people ask you and say, please tell us, where were the lost years of Christ? Where was Christ from the age of 12 to the age of 30? A lot of people don't know. They don't understand. Because he himself, he did what he asked us to go and do. He said, you what? Go you into what? All the world. Well, he says the servant can't get no greater than the master. Well, he must have done the same thing. Question is, where did he go? Can we prove that he went anywhere else outside the Roman world? Could he possibly have gone into Asia to look for the lost sheep of the tribe of Israel? Now, we're going to Africa now. Africa is what we do now. But in those days, Asia was big. Asia was massive. So our families are dispersed into all the world. The 12 tribe chat thing is only half of the story. It's only half of the story, family. So with that said, blessings of eternal life to you. We hope to be here next week. We hope to reach into all your homes in the four corners of the earth. May the Most High Creator bless you. And we hope to see you again. In the meantime, please support this channel. Content over everything is absolutely not linked to our message. He covers everything in the park. Just to let you know that, because some people are going to come in there and think, oh, no. We have time on this channel. We have time on this channel. It works both ways. We're blessed by him. He's blessed by us. But having said that, go on this channel, content over everything. Right, Brother Jeremiah?
Shalom.
And pay your TV license.
That's it.
Yeah.
I want to, because you said that you had a load of SHIT.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
First of all,
I hope you ain't promoting nothing else. Don't tell me about no TV station in Morocco.
No. First of all, I think it's a good step that Arabs and non-Arabs are talking about these issues. Colonialism, racism. For me, this is the benefit of the conversation, at least for my part, yeah?
Fair enough.
I did feel that you guys have a few assumptions, which I need to verify for myself, yeah?
Don't worry, we discount you totally. We totally discount
for myself.
We totally discount you. We won't
my
remember that
validation.
you were here today.
Wait, you guys don't.
We won't remember that you were here today. Trust me, brother. We love you and everything.
You guys don't need
but we're
my
dealing with
validation.
bigger fish.
Fine.
We're dealing with bigger fish.
But for
we
my,
won't remember
for my
that you were here
benefit,
today. We love
fine.
you and all of
You
that.
guys don't need my validation.
No, we don't.
But for my benefit,
Yeah.
I need to see if the King James Bible is itself colonized. I need to check this. Yeah?
Colonized.
Yes, I need to check if there
All
is
right, you do your home- you do
if
your-
there are
you do what you have to
European
do.
political projections in
Fair
that
enough.
Bible.
Fair enough.
I need to check that.
All
yeah?
right, let
And
me finish
you
this.
also need to check the Quran.
Yeah, if it's King James also. If it's also King James, yeah?
We'll talk about this next
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Well, fine.
Apply it
Okay.
everywhere.
We'll be
Yeah.
okay. The other,
Finish your thing,
the
because I'm
other-
about to do some promotion
Okay,
quickly.
Fine.
Yeah.
The other assumption is that there were all black people in the Arab world, which we've shown is not true. It was not
You
true.
haven't shown anything.
I've shown you the genetic studies that
You haven't shown us any genetic
in that
studies.
time in ancient Egypt they were diverse. Yeah.
Well, nobody said they were not diverse,
this
but they
idea-
were mainly
this-
black people. Right up to
blacks.
today on the face of the earth. Right up to the brother
Saudi
us.
Arabian national team is
This idea that you can look at genetics and put one group there and one group, it doesn't work like that. It's fluid, it's diverse, it's
We
dynamic.
understand that. We understand that. But we're
This
saying
is the second assumption.
we're saying
Yeah.
show me 2 white kings in Egypt. Show me. Don't tell me. Show me. I'll
When
show
you say
black.
white, do you mean like white or do you mean
Show
like
me
me?
none.
Or like,
Show me.
Do you mean like
Brother Oz?
Princess Diana white?
Brother Oz.
Yeah.
Show me
Yeah.
two
Next week.
Listen. Yeah, next week you
Next
can.
week.
Next
We'll
week.
talk about it.
Show me two non-Negroes or non-Hamite kings in Egypt.
Next week.
Then we can start.
Next week we'll
Fair
talk
enough.
about this.
Okay.
Yeah?
So
The
are we
third-
done?
Wait, no,
I got a promotion
let's-
to do.
Quickly.
We're running
The
out of
third-
time.
The third
This guy,
the third assumption
this man
is that
is an Arab. Yeah.
the third.
But one thing I want to know is, he comes from Morocco, so I want to see one Arabic pharaoh.
Okay.
Listen, we'll talk about this
Fair
next
enough.
week.
Yeah, okay.
The
We'll
third
go in
assumption, when I asked you if it's fair that you can link rights and responsibility to a demographic group by virtue of who they are and where they were
And
born.
we say you've got the concept
because God said
misconstructed.
you can.
No, you've got the concept misconstructed in your
No,
question.
you guys told me that you can because
Brother,
God said you can check it on the video, bro.
Brother, that's why I'm correcting you again.
Yeah.
I'm correcting you again.
You said that God said to you guys that
you misconstruing everything. Listen. Certain people will only be doctors.
Yes.
That's not based on ethnicity. It's based on what they can do. Now listen. Silicon Valley, which country is it in?
In America.
Hollywood movies, which country is it in?
In America.
Ford
that
found.
doesn't make it right.
We didn't listen. We're not doing morals here. We're not doing morals here.
We got you already, brother.
We're just looking at. We're looking at.
Look, anyway,
We have to go home.
ArabMillennial.net, my website.
Let me say no promotion.
Oh my God.
You should have just done that. You should have just done that. You should have just done that. I was waiting for that kick, wasn't I? But anyway, all is well that ends well. All is well that ends well. Everything we do here is in the spirit of life, to give each other life. End the thing, life, eternal life. So respect to all our brothers and our sisters in all nations. We've been sent to bring that light to all nations. That's all it is. So go on, Cole. Pay your TV license. This brother Ty, I'm serious. Pay your TV license on Brother Cole's channel. I understand that. Then, after you've done that, come on the HIT and help us to bring our message out. We want to come into our communities. We really do. We really want to come into our communities. There's a few of us here right now. Help us to do that. Here's your brother Ty. Go on the channel, donate, help us if you can. Give a gift offering to give life, to make us to come out. If you're in the States, if you're in the Americas, if you're in Asia, if you're in Africa, help us out, brothers and sisters. And I'm thinking to have an open day that we could host on the grass for some people who have tough questions. People who have tough questions that we can sit down, like they say, under a shade and talk a little bit more. I'm trying to give it a name. To give it a kind of name where we could have like a couple of hours for people to ask their questions. Because what we seem to be doing right here in Speaker's Corner is a more debating kind of setting, which don't answer many people's questions. So, hit me up on, I'm gonna put out a video on HIT. I might share it on COE, if you can put it up for us, and just put out that invitation to have a congregation on the grass where we'll be able to answer some questions from the Bible and teach a little bit more extensively for 1 or 2 hours before we come into what we call like debate mode. So family, we'll look out for that on HIT and COE, absolutely. So like I said, family, please pay your TV license. Like Raspek says, we don't listen to the BBC. Well, if you listen to the COE and listen to the HIT, then do what? Pay your TV license, help us to grow. With that said, peace to all the family and all the nations of the earth.
Content over everything. From your belly.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC.
man don't listen to IT.
Yeah? It says, how do you test your iman? So it said, if you want to test your iman, yeah, he said, see how much you read the Quran on a daily basis. That's quite strong. Isn't that right? So it said, if you read it a lot, then your iman is high. If you read a little bit, then your iman is low. Wallahi, I said, صدقك وهو كذب. No, I said, this guy is unconventional. He told the truth. So I agree with them.
No talking, come on.
The first